Hi, today we're going to talk about traveling in 2024. Here we are in January. We're looking at the whole year, and now is the time to start thinking about where you want to go in 2024 and even 2025 to make sure that you get that booking that is exactly what you want. I'm RoseAnne. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those of you that are new. I really appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you. So first off, I want to let you know that I am opening my own travel agency. I want to be able to give everybody the absolute best that I can in terms of customer service. I've partnered with Avoya Travel. It's going to be a really great partnership. And so I am setting myself up and be there for you. So if you need anything, let me know. So let's start talking about 2024 and what you need to know. First of all, this really is the time to start booking. Whether you want to cruise, they have these wonderful cruise tours that are amazing that you can go on a cruise and then do some land travel and you get to see the best of both worlds. And of course, there's always that wonderful land travel that is great. You could do it on your own with your own family. You can hook up with a group tour, which has so many benefits that people don't realize the benefits that you can realize going on a group tour. So all of those things, it's time to start thinking about it. Book ahead because there are a lot of people wanting to travel this year. And if you don't book ahead, you're not going to be able to get what you want. So let's, think ahead, plan appropriately. The other thing that's really important is to make sure that if you do plan ahead and you buy this beautiful trip, that you get insurance. That's a really important thing, more now than ever. But there's one thing you need to remember when you're getting insurance, that there are specific reasons why your trip can be canceled or something can happen. So when you're getting insurance, make sure you know what the covered reasons are. And there are other insurances that you can get that would, you can have cancellation for any reason. So make sure that you understand when you're buying insurance, what that looks like, what you need, and what the covered reasons are. That's really important. If you do nothing else when you're looking at insurance, make sure you check that. So when you're packing and getting your luggage ready, just reminders, no matter whether you're going international or you're staying domestically, you want to make sure that your carry-on, your personal item bag, has your prescriptions, has any of your lithium batteries, such as your smartphone, your laptop, your rechargeable little case, anything that has a lithium battery needs to go in your carry-on. They don't want any of that in your checked luggage because if they get activated somehow, they could smoke and start a fire. So they do not want any of those items in your checked bag, but you can bring them on the plane because if anything would happen, flight attendants would be able to mitigate any risk around that. So that's really important. You also want to make sure that you bring your prescription medicines with you or anything that is important. Even if you're going to bring your bag on the plane, and so you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't have to worry about anything because I'm just bringing my bag on the plane. I'm not checking it in. I'm going to bring it as a carry-on. I don't have to worry about that. But that's not necessarily true. So even if you're going to bring your luggage on the plane, make sure your personal items have all your important documents, have your prescriptions, have your lithium batteries. Everything that you need still needs to be on your personal item that you can put under the seat because they might have to check your bag in at plane side. If you happen to get on and it's full, they'll make you check it. And I know that happened with a travel partner of mine last year and she didn't have her passport with her. It was in her suitcase and she wasn't able to get it until she got off the plane. It was a big mess. So make sure that anything you need, anything that's Very important, needs to stay with you and not in your luggage. I did a video recently around the European visa that was supposed to go into effect in 2024. Well, now it's going to be in effect in the middle of 2025. So let's just see what happens around that. If you watched my video, at least you know what it is and what it means, and we can, put that on hold for a while. This year, there's also going to be some airline mergers. Hawaiian merged with Alaskan. And while they're going to be operating as if they're two separate airlines, they are merged. So that can be a benefit for the reward points. I don't know what that's going to look like, but keep your eye on that if you fly those two airlines. Hawaiian has always been such an amazing airline to travel to Hawaii. I loved traveling Hawaiian Airlines. And it looks like Spirit and JetBlue, they're considering merging as well, but that is, in the court process, and see what happens there. So those are some things that are happening in the travel industry. Also, there is going to be a rollout of this SAS. It's a new screening method where people can walk in to a console or a special screening lane where they will walk through with their luggage, and they will be screened at the time, and then they would be able to just walk out. The intention of that is to make sure that we can speed up that process of getting through the security line. Now, this screening method is going to be, they're going to be able to screen better for some reason because of the technology. And what SAS means is screening at speed. So you're just going to either walk through a lane or go into this console. They'll scan you with your luggage. And if you're all clear, you just move along into the terminal. And right now, Las Vegas Airport has this technology set up. So it'll be really interesting. I'm going to be going to Las Vegas. My daughter lives there. So I'm going to check it out. Although, if you have TSA PreCheck, you might not need to go on that line, but that's going to be an interesting, I guess I'll figure that out when I get there. So for international travel, if you're planning to go international this year, I just wanted to share some really important tips that you need to remember if you're not going to check in a bag and if you're going to carry your luggage through. Now, the European Union is what I'm going to talk about here. They're a little bit more stringent in their liquid situation. So their bags are just a little smaller than ours, our quart-sized bags. You want to make sure everything is in a plastic container that's zipped. Even if it's in a gallon Ziploc container and it's not full, they don't like that. So it's a smaller container. They have a lot more, they're looking for lipsticks, mascara, toothpaste, anything that can be rubbed or smeared, you need to have in that little plastic resealable bag. You don't have to take your shoes off, but you do have to take out all your electronics when you go through security. Obviously, they don't have TSA PreCheck because it's in a different country, so you need to abide by those rules. I know the last time that I was coming in from Scotland, they were super strict. I had all my liquids, and I brought a little more than I would have because I thought I was going to get delayed. So my quart-size bag was full to the brim, and they made me take stuff out and throw stuff away. So be really cognizant when you're traveling in Europe that you know exactly what your liquids are, and they want everything in a little baggie. Oh, and also they'll make you take off your jacket. You might not need to remove your shoes. I've read some of their regulations, but you'd have to take your jacket off and take your electronics out and take your liquids out. Another really great feature that is a really good way to come back into the United States, it's called Mobile Passport Control. And that is an app that you can download on your phone from the Customs and Border Protection Control. And what that allows you to do, when you get into the United States, you log onto this mobile app and you fill out all of the details and all of the information. It'll take you step by step. And there are articles in that app that describe what you need to do when you get into the United States. So basically, you're getting in, you're filling out the information. It will tell you where your customs port connection is. When you get to the customs area, you submit all the information. You could put in your travelers. You have to answer about 6 different questions. You have to take photos of yourself once you submit it. When you're in line, you take photos of yourself, and then you get this receipt and you can go through the line a lot faster. If you have global entry, you don't need to do that because you have a fast line to get through. But when I was coming back from Scotland, I noticed that they have this NPC line, and people were just going through that line really quickly. And that's what the line would be called. If you used that mobile passport control, you would get into the NPC line and get through a lot smoother. So that was a really great tip. And the other thing that I always like to mention when you're traveling, no matter whether it's domestic or international, just get to the airport early. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time for anything that could go wrong in terms of your security line could be really long, all of those things. So that is a really important tip as well. So I hope that this 2024 updates and reminders will get your juices flowing for travel. I know that I'm going to be going on a Northern Lights tour here in March. I'm super excited. That's been one of my bucket lists. And then this trip came up and I just took the opportunity to go hunt for the Northern Lights. I'm so excited about it. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. If you like it, please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. I love growing this community. Have a really great beginning of the new year and make it a year for your travel bucket list vacations. Take care and ciao for now. Bye.